Hello all, my name is Hitesh Tamani and welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, today I'm back with another interesting yet important concept in SQL. This concept is of Advanced SQL and a powerful analytical concept. So make sure you watch the video till end to learn something new and interesting. So as we can see, like we have input table with us from Twitter, and in this particular table we have like user id level details. So basically number of tweets a particular user had made on a specific day, that kind of information is getting captured in this particular table. And the problem statement with us is like we have to calculate a 3-day rolling sum of tweets for each user, right? Now you guys might be wondering like what is rolling sum, right? Or what is moving sum, right? So rolling sum and moving sum is nothing but this is a concept in time series data set or like time series functions, right? And using which we will be able to calculate the pattern in our data set, right? So let's say if you are working in a product based company, right, or you have to basically analyze the data for a particular product. So like we had been told this thing like we need to basically like showcase the performance of last 7 days for a particular product or last 14 days for a particular product, right? So this kind of basically concept is getting used in that particular scenario, right? So now let me just quickly explain you like how that particular concept will work, and then like how can we solve this problem in SQL, right? So now over here, since we have to calculate last 3 days rolling sum, so like this is nothing but basically with respect to current date, we have to go 3 days back. Okay. So let's say like for this particular date, it will be 2 and we have to go 3 days back. So since we don't have data for this, so for this particular record, it will be 2 only, right? Similarly for this, we have to go like 3 days back. Okay. So for this particular record, we have only single record over here. So it will be 1 plus 2 over here. So for this date, it will be 3, right? Now for this particular record, again, we have to go 3 days back, right? So basically we have like 3 plus 1 plus 2, which is 6, right? So for this particular record, the rolling sum is 6, right? Similarly, for this particular record, we have to go 3 days back, right? So if we can see for this particular record, it's nothing but 8. Okay. Similarly, for this record, it will be 12, right? So this is a concept of rolling sum, right? Now let's see like how we will be able to solve this in SQL, right? Now, okay. So over here, like I have already prepared a table named as tweets, right? I have provided the insert and create statements of this particular table in the description below. You guys can take it from there and practice this by your own. Okay. So since this is a analytical function, right, or analytical problem statement, so basically we have we need to basically need 3-day rolling sum at for each and every user ID for specific date, right? So this we need at a user ID and tweet date level, right? So that's why I'm selecting user ID. Okay. And tweet date. Okay. Okay. Now in SQL, we have like analytical functions or Windows functions, right? Which we will be like able to use to calculate or to solve these kind of problem statements. So I'm using sum over here since we have to calculate sum for last 3 days, right? And I am doing sum of tweet count, okay, over I'm using partition by. Okay, partition by of what? Since we need this sum for every user, right? So that's why I'm using partition by user ID. Okay. Now basically we needs to get this for last 3 days. Okay, so I have to do order by tweet date. Okay, so basically what we have to do, we have to order the tweet date in ascending order, right? And we have to partition it by user ID, so that like we will be able to get for each and every user. Okay, now we have to basically calculate last 3 days sum. Okay, so we have another parameter over here in advanced SQL, which is like rows between, since we have to calculate last 3 days sum, so it will be two preceding and current row. Okay, now let me just quickly run this query, and show you like how our uh, output will look like. Let me just run the initial table as well. So if I'm running like both of these, so as you can see, basically for this particular record, we are getting 2 only, right? For this record, we are getting 2 plus 1, 3. For this record, we are getting 3 plus 1 plus 2, which is 6. For this record, it will be 4 plus 3 plus 1, which is like 8. And for this record, it will be 5 plus 4 plus 3, which is 12, right? So it's like that. Now, let's say you wanted to know, like, say, like tweets of last 3 days, let's say. So it will be like rows between three preceding and current row. Okay, so let me just quickly run this query, and we'll show you like how this will look like. Okay, so as we can see, we can check for this particular record. Okay, so it will be 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2. Okay, which is 10. Similarly, for this, it could be 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1, which could be 13. Okay, so basically like that, for like n number of days. Let's say you wanted to know for last 7 days or last 14 days. uh, in this particular way, you will be able to calculate like rolling sum, rolling average, like anything basically, right? Now let's say you wanted to know for the entire data set, right? So like whatever records are there in your data set, you wanted to know for all the records, right? So for that, you will be going to use unbounded preceding. Okay, what do we mean by unbounded preceding? Without, like, basically it will take n number of records, like whatever number of records will be there in your data set, it will take the entire records, and it will basically calculate the sum on top of that. So let me just quickly run this query and will explain you how this works. So basically, as we can see, for 2, it is going back. So since we don't have data, so we are getting 2 over here, right? For this one, it is going back. So basically 2 plus 1 is 3. So we are getting 3 over here. So and for this 3, it's going back. So basically, since we are using unbounded preceding over here, so it is taking all the records, all the previous records basically, right? So over here, since we have 3 plus 1 plus 2, which is like 6, so we are getting like 6 over here, right? Similarly, for 4, it will take all the preceding records. Okay, so we are getting 10 over here. And for 5, again, it's taking all the preceding records. So that's why we are getting 15 over here, right? So that's all from my side. I hope you like this particular video. Please subscribe to the channel if you have not already done yet. See you all in the next video. Thank you, one and all. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.